just a driver issue. You want to hear something awesome, though? Y'all want to hear something real fucking cool? I recorded this. I recorded this a second ago. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll wait for people to come back in. How you doing, Fel3? I got here. We fixed it. Yeah, it was just because it had old drivers installed. I thought Katie had installed the newest drivers, but it turned out that she was just on the plug-and-play drivers and hadn't gotten around to it yet, and I didn't ask her, which I should have. Whoops. Things are working, yes. Here, let me turn up the volume here so you can hear. You hear that shit? That's working. That is working! Oh, that's such a relief. I was really afraid something was seriously wrong. It only took me like 40 fucking minutes to solve that. So we may not have as long a stream as usual, even if I go a little late. Hi, I'm also gay. Half of it got cut off. That shouldn't be. Huh. Is my voice coming through clearly? Or is my voice fucked up now? It's, oh, the first half. Okay, was before it loaded. So, it was just a driver issue. Specifically, when Windows updated to 2004, it, caused an audio issue that conflicted with something in the capture card's drivers. So the latest drivers fixed it. Whew. Alright, so listen to this cool thing I recorded to test it. Let me turn down the game volume real quick. This is awesome, y'all. Did these drivers, in fact, solve the audio issue in Windows 10 version 2004? Doesn't that sound awesome? I could be an announcer or some shit. Let's do it one more time. Did these drivers, in fact, solve the audio issue in Windows 10 version 2004? Hell yeah! Alright, let's do it. The drivers did, in fact, solve the problem, is what I'm saying. Alright, let's do this thing. Let's turn the game audio back on. There we go, right around there. Around there should be good. Oh my god.
Can I ask you to do it?
Oh. I guess I'll do a quick intro again. Hi, Manny, this is Phoenix Wright. Okay, do hit bang donate. Check that out in the chat. There'll be some stuff, some organizations that come up to help Black Americans who are protesting and fighting for their rights all across the United States. Black Lives Matter. We are encouraging you to send us bits again as well, but definitely check those out first. All right, so here we are, episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fey. Alright. Need a good Edgeworth voice. Needs to be edgy. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. No, wait, it should be really calm. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. We have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and your profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use the floor map of the office to explain.
The body was found by this window here. That's a dildo. And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir.
The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir.
It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even a girl's hand, sir. Because girls are inherently weak, right?
The court accepts this statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue.
Floor plans added to the court record. Now, Detective.
Yes, sir!
You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Witness testimony.
All right. Let's listen to Dick.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There was 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Thank you, Christy.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Smack!
Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this?
When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. Sometimes I think about Deke. Oh, the Canadian animation company. I mean, I grew up with Deke. There was just Deke everywhere. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. They did the Marios. I think about Deke all the time, says Jamie. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works lots of times. Ha! I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks.
All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. I like the video where it's edited to someone saying dick at twice the volume. I used to like that video, but I know who's saying dick. Maya Fey's arrest. Alright. Save the game. Alright, so we are going to press every opportunity.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene.
Why did you get a... Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel right across from the crime scene. Huh, okay. I pressed. Not sure how much it did, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving your call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. You know, a motto. For kids. Indeed. So tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah, this month. They don't normally respond quickly. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 sound out like suspicious peoples at a crime scene. Last month it was shoot first. Ouch. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. Me, on the other hand, I should pick my points to press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Can't see a single contradiction in there. I'll just have to take Maya's advice and press him on anything suspicious. I already did. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Ms. May isn't suspicious, and she sure ain't pink, pal. Oh, well, I guess she is pink, actually. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. What do you think you're missing, Xenon? I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Hey, thank you for the raid, Jax the Fox. Jax or Jaxes, perhaps? The Fox? Correct my pronunciation, please. On it, the word Maya was written in blood. You feel like you don't know who Maya is. That's Mia's sister. She's the one with the big ol' necklace. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. That's not hard evidence either. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why don't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. Alright, save the game again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. How did Gumshoe get promoted to detective? You know, I've seen worse detectives than him in real life. Nepotism. Right, he's the great-grandson of Richard Gumshoe III. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants? Oh, I did! I mean, it's possible the killer wrote it. The killer! Anyone can see that! Huh. You saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Irk! I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Oh, Xenon wrote it. See, that makes sense. Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. Sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Alright. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Yeah, they take the little bits in the blood and the Hermbagobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, your honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh, that was a mess. Right! Where was I? It wasn't just a mess for me, though. The homo goblins, hell yeah. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. Huh, she was right-handed. Haha! Nice try! Uh-oh. Guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I've kissed a few homo goblins myself. Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, happens all the time in the books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective, or a book. It's a video game. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Well, someone add it to the quote bot then.
Order, order? That didn't go so well. That's right! What he said! That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it.
Alright. Thank you, Christy. Alright, let's take a look at what we have. We have the autopsy report, single blunt force trauma, death was instantaneous. Instantaneous! I think I just found the thing. Music stops, that's how you know you got it right. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of them lawyer tricks now, is it? Lawyer magic? You know, lawyer sleight of hand? Cereal? Is it one of those? Is it a lawyer cereal? You trying to feed that rabbit? Trying to give the rabbit cereal? Okay. Of course, I'm done with this bit. Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim's the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective, you butt. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately couldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Was it the day of the murder? It was the day of the murder, right? Or was it the day after the murder? Anyone remember? Time of death, 9/5. Bad Road wasn't here. Xenon doesn't remember things. There's no dates anywhere else. It's been a week? It sure has. The murder was yesterday, right? So it would have been the day of the murder. Now let's save in case I pick the wrong thing and it has disastrous consequences. When? I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after. Alright, well let's do the one the day after. The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? Ah! A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. I'm just saying, autopsies get less accurate the longer you wait. But there's a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see!
Damn you, Edgeworth. Ugh, I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve, like evidence. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. Ugh. I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. It sure does, Bad Road. Died from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Damn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? She may or may not be a cat. Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Look at my titties.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd.
Part of the point of why the evidence sometimes seems so flimsy is that this is, again, a satire of the criminal justice system in Japan. So some of it is supposed to seem extremely flimsy despite being taken at face value in game.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Heteronormative assumptions.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. The big girl.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. And that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink.
Bitsy Witsy Wink was not my nickname in high school, but I kinda wish it was now. Well, Your Honor,
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness at— Wait, Your Honor! You're just looking at her titties. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Ms. Mia Fey's understudy, were you not?
You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Witness's account.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. Alright, save the game.
Why do you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it?
She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely, you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! Poor girl. Order! Mr. Wright, you've been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Badgers don't have needles. I don't know, a badger could have a needle. You just gotta go down to a pharmacy.
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey?
Uh-huh, slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I questimony the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Ms. May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. Totally.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Ms. May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Ms. May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise, wink.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Witness's account.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. Ooh. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think.
It was just brought to our attention that they hadn't called it a clock yet.
Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Teehee?
I see. I only wish you'd been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
See, the judge is even getting fed up with her already.
I did see everything. I did.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. There's no way that from across the street... Hey, Riz, good to see you. There's no way that from across the street she could have seen that it was a clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You'll withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time.
Ooh, now I can present the bug, right? So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. No. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor! I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Is there a reason why it couldn't have rung? I mean, obviously she couldn't have heard it if she was across the street. Still works, apparently. The other clock was broken. Right, it was hollowed out to be a message thing. That's right, I forgot. Check the phone, yes. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. The eye twitch is so good. Fat? Well, Miss May. Tisk tisk. Question mark? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. Ah, that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Here's Maya's cell, right? All right. Made it look like thinker. The clock isn't talking right now. Yes. So this is showing that this was the previous day. Take a look at this. Ah, that's a very cute cell phone. You have good taste, Mr. Wright. Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Show me what I like so much. Show it to me, Daddy Wright. Ooh, give me that evidence. Order! The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? Well, that's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That'd make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes!
The witness claims she'd seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that'll prove the witness had not seen the clock before. The clock! It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything's sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Yeah! Oh, excuses not on sale today. Yeah!
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... you'd heard about it. And that's the evidence. The bug. So this is Maya, Mia, and May. Isn't that fun? The witness had never held that clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That's correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard that the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. Get a load of this.
Oh, that!
I found it in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Ms. Mia Fay's phone. Were you not?
Oh, ugh.
That's right, I stole it fair and square, Jamie. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. Wah! Ah! Here's my proof. Yeah, we literally already played the message. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is these glass shards. I present the defendant's cell phone. Again. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mio, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to the conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer about her face from the judge. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May? Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! Rude. It's no fair. Oh, you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will. Off goes the top. This series takes place in some city in Japan originally. I like how Phoenix is always yelling, yeah, I thought that'd be a fun way to do it. You can't be serious! No way! Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Huh. Okay, so, the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I think it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making it up? Ask the bellboy.
Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does that leave us? It's my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're gonna let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Ah! Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something! I guess we call the bellboy as a witness, huh? The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, and thus she was innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Give up. I'm gonna give up. I just want to see what happens here. I can't accept those conditions. Very well. The defense will refrain from calling the bellboy as a witness. I see. You may continue your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Right. On with the cross-examination. What exactly do you have left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes, but that bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh. Think. This can't be the end, but I'm out of evidence. Then I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any witnesses to call? None, Your Honor. She's the last. What? But that means Maya's guilty. Wait! Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? The defense would like to call the bellboy after all. Tisk, tisk, tisk. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy and Miss April May's alibi proves to be solid, then by default your client, Ms. Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? Edgeworth. He's got me backed into a corner. But I don't see any other way to take this. I accept. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Edgeworth. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. So this is good fun anime, and it stands in direct contrast to one of my early streams, which was Nier Automata. It was everything bad about anime, just all compacted into a single game. And I do not understand how people are so fucking taken with that game. It's incredible in all the bad ways. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. Nier Automata is really good at pretending to be smart if you're about 9 years old. Nier a tomato, yes. I remember that they were machines! A Twitter user with a lolly profile pic told me, so I know it's true. Yeah, that's... I think it could pass as smart someone as old as 14. Yeah, it's about in that Evangelion area, but it's even more wishy-washy. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. I don't know, he kind of looks like a butler to me. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony since he's not going to put it down for some reason. Oh, this fucking guy. What's in the tea set, I wonder? Do you think it's drugs? I think it's drugs. Very well, sir. Very good, sir. Very something something. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel. In business for 4 generations. I've been there for all of them, you know. I'm immortal. I'm the ghost of the Gatewater Hotel. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening from our guest Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to bring to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope, this is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Miss May's room service. Hold it! Have you been present for all 4 generations who've owned the Gatewater Hotel? Is there gonna be a break tonight? No, probably no break. Because we did start super late and I want to get through this. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests. I check out guests. I check out guests' breasts. I breast in guest checks. I clean rooms. I make beds. I clean beds. I make rooms appear from the ether. I even deliver room service, sir. Occasionally, I even deliver beds. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions about primness. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. Her titties. And I... the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought up to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I could hear her breasts bouncing, sir. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. precisely 9 then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. Los Angeles Standard Time. Thank you very much for that, Christy. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. That's how you remember my character during the next episode. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, embracer. Embracer, sir. Embracer. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. Not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you'll end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please, wait! Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question! Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, but that's it. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? The only one of these that seems relevant... Well, the one that seems irrelevant is bed making. Let's check the court record. I don't think we have anything. Alright, check in. I guess we ask... So clearly you should ask... Sure, let's do it. Let's ask about bed making. We just saved, so even if it game overs, we're fine. But it usually doesn't game over unless it's that's a health meter thing. Bed making. Tell me about making beds that day. I was wondering what you were gonna ask, but bed making? A new low. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. The witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for two, of course, but they're quite light, you see. I see, thank you. Wait a second. Pillows for two? Why was that the right question? Why was that the right fucking question? Bellboy! What did you just say? Yes, pillows are light, sir. I also forgot that entirely. I've played this before, though it was years ago. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask, sir. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed, it was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ugh! You fool! Now they know I'm a sham, Edgeworth! I've done it! I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man! Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple. It was... The man with Miss May.
That's not an interesting one to hit.
I'm gonna say it was... I'm gonna say it was Miss April May, the other person. None other than Miss April May. Have you heard nothing that's transpired so far? She has an alibi. She was in the hotel at the time of the murder. Oh, right. Mr. Wright, sorry, Your Honor. Give me one more chance. Simple. It was the bellboy. It was the bellboy and none other. Well, this comes as some surprise. Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it was the bellboy who confirmed Miss May's alibi, and this in turn confirms the bellboy's alibi. He was in the hotel. Oh, well, just sure if you put it that way. I do put it that way, and I trust you will too. But what if they were in cahoots? You have evidence of this? No, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. Sorry, Your Honor. Give me one more chance. Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The thing we just said. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as I've been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man who was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from the court. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. He's turning into a skeleton. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. That's their job, after all. They're detectives, right? Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? And again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
Huh, if you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May, he's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. All right. So that's it for this week. Thanks for coming. I'm very hungry and I need to go get something to eat. So remember to hit bang donate in the chat. There are organizations listed there who need your money right now to help protesters on the ground fighting for the rights of Black Americans all over. Black Lives Matter. And this is a thing that we've been ignoring as a nation for a very long time. Let me go over the schedule for the next week real quick. Tomorrow is Sue with Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Thursday will be Alice finishing up Chrono Trigger. Friday will be Katie with Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Sunday is Community Day with the conclusion of Chapter 4 of Claw. Monday is Christy with more Sunless Skies. And Tuesday's back around to me with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We've got a stream team. They're listed below here on the page at truck.community. They're all great streamers who deserve your time and attention. And for anyone who chooses to support us, thank you very, very much. Whether monetarily or just by being here, spreading the word, telling your friends, all that great stuff. Just fucking check us out. Check it out. This is good. That's good shit. All right, we'll see you next time. Good night. Party on, I guess.